We gather for a family dinner and every New Year Eve. After that, we play poker for fun. The poker table was crowded with empty plates, half-finished drinks, and forced laughter, the kind families use to pretend nothing's wrong. That's when Ethan, my cousin, pushed his chair back and sighed loudly. "This is boring," he said, drumming his fingers on the table. "If we're gonna play, let's actually play." Before anyone could respond, he reached into his pocket and slammed a key onto the table. A Mercedes key. The room froze. "Who's brave enough to match that?" Ethan asked, smirking. No one spoke. I knew exactly what he was doing. He wasn't gambling. He was flexing. The car wasn't just a vehicle. It was his favorite weapon. "No, man," someone laughed nervously. "We're just playing for fun." Others rushed in to praise him, how young he was, how successful, how insane that car must be to drive. Ethan soaked it up like sunlight. I looked down at my cards. 3 kings. My heartbeat slowed. Just as Ethan reached for the deck to reshuffle, I slid something onto the table. "A key." "I'll match it," I said quietly. Silence crashed over the room. Every head turned toward me. Ethan's smile vanished. From the moment our keys touched the felt, we stopped being family. He sneered. "You serious? How much cash do you even have on you?" He laughed, loud and sharp. "This is a Mercedes, not a toy. You think that beat-up Honda of yours scares me?" I didn't respond. I'd hated playing cards with him for years. Every holiday, same routine. When the bet was $5, he made it 500. Not because he loved the game, but because he loved watching people fold. Money was his shield and his hammer. I turned to my fiancée, Emily. She didn't ask a single question. She slipped off her engagement ring, her bracelet, her watch, solid gold, and dropped them onto the table without hesitation. The sound echoed louder than Ethan's laughter. In that moment, one thought filled my chest. With a partner like this, I could lose everything and still win. "That's enough value," I said calmly. "Open the cards." Ethan's jaw tightened. "Don't say I didn't warn you," he said. "If I lose a car, it's nothing. If you lose, how does your family eat?" I met his eyes. "Funny, you said at dinner I didn't have guts." His face darkened. At dinner, he'd humiliated me, mocked my income, called himself a real businessman. Worse, when my father lit his cigar, Ethan didn't even lean in. In our family, that wasn't rude. It was disrespect. A public one. Ethan inhaled sharply. "If we're playing," he said, "we're playing big." He slammed his cards face down, covered them with a plate, then walked outside. Minutes later, he returned carrying a metal briefcase. He snapped it open. Stocks of cash. 50 grand, he said. "Follow it if you can." The elders rushed over. His father panicked. "That money's for the factory deal." Ethan smiled. "Relax, I can afford it." I understood his plan instantly. No cap, infinite raises. He was going to push until I broke. "So," he taunted, "out of money?" Before I could speak, Emily stepped forward. "We bet the house." The room exploded. My father grabbed my shoulder, shaking me. "Have you lost your mind?" I covered my cards. 3 kings. Only aces could beat me. Emily looked Ethan straight in the eyes. 200,000. Call or fold. The elders begged us to stop. I slammed my hand on the table. "Put everything back." I stared at Ethan. "You disrespected my father. You bet your car first. I'm finishing this." "Either match," I said, "or fold and apologize. On your knees." The silence was suffocating. Ethan laughed bitterly. "You think you can stand up to me?" "The moment you put your keys down," I said, "you made this war." He flipped 2 cards. Queens. Relief washed through me, but I didn't show it. "Think the third's a queen?" he teased, feeling lucky. Classic intimidation. "I'm calling," I said. He hesitated. Finally, he waved his wife over. She saw his hidden card and smiled with sudden confidence. Jewelry hit the table, then more, then desperation. "I bet my house," Ethan shouted. Gasps. He leaned close to me. "You can't afford this." I stared back. "I know." That's when I saw fear flicker across his face. He flipped his last card. I was right. I turned mine over. 3 kings. The room erupted. Ethan's parents stood up and left without a word. His wife screamed, grabbed a cake from the table, and smashed it into his face before storming out. I gathered everything, keys, cash, jewelry, and walked out with my parents and Emily. For the first time in my life, I didn't feel rich. I felt free.